Hey everybody, we're back. For at least another 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer, a little closer to 3, but we're doing more Final Fantasy 16. Thank you for joining me, or if you're catching this later. So far, I think we're pretty far through the game. It's been a lot, but thank you so much, everybody. Let's get started.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic at her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Dang, that does look pretty dark.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
Saying there's 3 of them. Oh boy.
Did you see that?
Aw. Welcome, Seraphina. Perfect timing. I think it's down here. Wait, did I just run past it? No, it's over there. Oh no, is this something Mid's up to?
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his body.
Yeah, the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear. Yeah, it is a Mid's lab thing. Okay, okay. I don't know if it's for Mid.
All this fuss over a few dark clouds. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
He's like, oh, here we go again.
It's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day.
A bomb king.
Well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And
Could I turn into
good
Ifrit
hunting,
and just
eh?
hug it? And that would like power me up maybe? For the Imperial Chase. I'm guessing that's into a nearby wood. Okay. I guess that's an area. I guess I have a letter that starts a quest? Because there's a letter with a quest icon on it over at Clive's desk. At least I think that was it. No, that's the shit. Yeah, Clive's desk.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
I think I hear a thunderstorm brewing. I hope I don't have a shutdown again. Oh, 2 quests. Oh, geez. Okay. Hold up.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
He hasn't transformed into Fenrir in a while.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Unless Otto's the one skimming off of it. Uh-oh, somebody might be skimming off the top. A little embezzlement.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
He probably wants to get in some of the
Maybe this all
snow.
has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Seems the hideaway is lost it.
Is a storm coming soon?
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where
So we gotta find a new bone for him to chew on.
Substitute. Some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Let's see. So I just gotta talk to the quest guy for his secret off the books quest of somebody skimming the top. And then it's butt whooping time. Probably the Bomb King first.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each.
15 million gil?
And, well,
I haven't even had that much gil this whole game.
Oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility. And it was my decision to entrust them to you.
All I gotta say is the concubines of the dame are expensive,
I
apparently.
can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, We'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're going to make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
No, I was just trying to make you feel better.
I pity those in the villages.
Alright, I'm getting a lot of markers all over the place. Seems like the most to do is here, so let's do Martha's Rest first. 2 missions and a main mission.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those
Not sure what a
skies are
Kashik is.
happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to
This is like a
storm
bat.
down. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered. What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
It's like, oh, and by the way, Martha,
Do you think there were as many as Martha says?
They were too fast.
am I gonna have to do this quest first, or are you gonna take this stone?
If they ain't clawing at the gates, they're climbing up the cliffs near the lift.
Fine. Alright, I'll stop your problem first. Fallen Gate. I don't know where that is. To the right.
You don't think they've...
Oh, there's another rumble of thunder. I don't know if my my mute or my noise suppressant is taking it out. Oh man, it's coming down hard now.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Oh, that's what we're calling the Akashic. What I've been calling the Crystal Undead. Okay. I want to see how strong this is. Come on, everybody, get together. I get to aim it. Oh no. Okay. That's not gonna be good for cleaning up trash at least, but that'll be a good boss buster. I couldn't let it charge that long. Oh no, I lost it. Come back! I think it's a long time to charge. I mean, that's really cool though. It takes a long time to charge. All right, so Bahamut's stuff is very technical.
Men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here?
Apparently Martha hired him, I bet.
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
I still gotta look for Wade though.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell, the Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
And for good reason too.
Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
We're off to see the wizard.
My brothers.
Mad dogs.
Elevator 1.0.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
So Wade,
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
I'm
I think you
here.
might need some help. And by the looks of it,
Yeah, I'd say
We
yes.
thought we could sneak by them, but we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Oh, and Mentoys.
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
we can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Gonna start with a little Phoenix. They move a lot faster. Can only attack these guys from the front. That makes sense. All right, let's go. Time to be lit on fire, Mr. Turtle. Easy peasy. Right in the head. Because pretty much unless you were limit break, you just bounce off his shell. It's interesting. It was the first monster I ever had where there was like a bounce mechanic like that. In this game, anyway.
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
I mean, you were a hero too.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. The injured without us.
This mission has a lot more fighting.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Mad dogs.
Yeah, I think I got a warp for this, so... Oh, never mind. I stand corrected.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Yeah, is this the right way? Yes, it is. The one different bridge. Okay, now hold up. There's 3 bridges. There's the original bridge, this bridge, and then that slightly broken up one by the Dalmek areas now. Oh, looks like these guys are goblins that got taken over by the Crystal Energy's curse.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Oh, don't make me attack the chocobos. Oh, that sucks. Alright, it's time to make some chicken.
Something's coming.
Oh, another Ahriman. Boss time.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade.
Yeah, bosses. You know, no big deal. Boss is here now. Everything's fine.
Too slow.
Full aggro. I was like, I don't want to use a potion on this. I tried to avoid it. And I didn't.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our
For
lookouts
now.
say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Your stuff just got attacked by like 50 monsters. I would think a little extra security is not a bad idea.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much in taking on the mantle, winning no little honor in so doing.
Yes!
I would sooner serve
I love this.
than an unworthy shield.
Yes!
Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are. I mean to say that.
Yeah, you kind of dug a little hole there, but I know what you were trying to say.
There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire.
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Not a hell of a lot. He was pretty much mean to him till death day. I mean, they were friends at the very end, but you know.
I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield. You or my uncle. We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale. I'll have one of my men escort Oscar to Benamir once he's said his farewells.
I can't give Martha her star ruby until I guess I complete this whole thing. So we're doing the main quest. Main quest it is. That's okay, as long as the side quests don't get wrecked.
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of...
I saw it with my own eyes.
I'm gonna guess that there was 2 prostitutes hired and it was mega expensive.
I can't do it.
My lord, my lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Akashic, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultima's thralls.
Ultima's thralls.
Did she hear?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
This one's called Why We Fight. Do we fight for the beautiful ladies of the world? Is that why this is called this mission? Nah, I'm sure there's gonna be a deep conversation about purpose. This game's not that shallow.
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there. You're in the flood.
Yeah, well, what else are you gonna do? You turn into a zombie yourself. Gotta wait till the aether levels are down if you're a normal human. Kind of like radiation. You feel bad, you say some prayers, and hopefully one day you can go and recover the bodies.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days. What
Yeah, well,
more
that's
would you have us
because
do?
their
I would
leadership's
have you do
falling
your
apart.
duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall, because they are my charges and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers.
Hey, Kieran
So you have a
Kage.
choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly, and sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came
Jill's
from.
like, hello, I'm here right now.
Out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Doing pretty good, Kieran. We're pretty deep in this game now. I have a lot of the powers and stuff. I'll have to see. I'd say I'm more than 3/4, but it's hard to say.
They're still in the capital.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life.
Thanks, Kieran.
I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
That thing.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more. You're safe now.
Perfect time for a chocobo. Ambrosia, where are you? Oh, there you are.
Come on.
I think I'm heading the right direction. Yes. That is eerie. There's nobody here now. One of the creepiest side quests in this whole game is in this area when you first come here.
I can walk from here.
Oh, here we go. Here's some monsters. I don't know if this is what I was looking for, though. This might be random trash. One thing I will say, Kieran, is the music sound quality, when I've listened to the backups of it, occasionally dips. The visuals seem like they hold up really well, but I'm definitely using a cheapy video capture device. It does okay considering, but I definitely will want to consider keeping my eye out for a good one. This is all trash mobs. This isn't what I'm looking for. Sick. Maybe not. These are all Akashic. Something hit me with some fire. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, we still always glowy glowies. That looks badass. Maybe it's that. Fallen bug. No, it's not any of this stuff. I'm out of the red. Alright, let's run back to town. I don't know what I missed, but I bet you it's in a house or something, maybe. Treasure chest! Even enter any doors? No. Torgal, do you know? Torgal's like, I don't know. Gotta be in the gates. The music change. Yeah, it gets all silent. Then the aether flow is normal over here. Where could it be? It's just like climb up on a roof or something? Never really had to do that yet. Usually I walk into these places and they're just like a group of mobs. I gotta hop down the well. Nope, can't get in the well. Wonder if I gotta go back and talk to the soldiers that were having a drink. That'd be very lame if that's what it is, but make for more. I'm in more. This is more. Maybe it's like right outside of more in the front. And the music got all normal. Oh, that house. Maybe it's that one. I haven't been in there yet. That's already, it's outside of the circle. Okay, so you get that sound of, oh, you're out of the quest area. Oh, here we go.
Look.
Wow, I'd enter from that direction. Lame, guys. That was very lame.
Save your strength.
Gee, that's gonna change your prime. Let's wait. Save it if something really dangerous shows up. This is the trash mobs. He's semi-prime?
That's all ready.
It is time, buddy. You ready, Mr. Thrallich? Let's dance. Oh, that should have hit me.
That's a good boy. Slow.
Burn, buddy, burn. I should use Bahamut's burst first. Ow, ow, ow. Let's go. Time to die, buddy.
You're finished.
Toast.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
There will always be more. Did the quality ever get better, Kieran?
You have the town's thanks.
Nice.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
They have a new government formed already.
Most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh?
Our pussy, I guess.
I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now,
feels like wiping her brow, like, oh, good.
Milady.
It's like some other handsome knight's flirting with her. Clive is just Virgil.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
So now we gotta go to Dollar Mill. Still can't give people their little coins yet. I think after this, though, it's going to be the Odin fight. Whether or not I get to do that today stream, I don't know. We're going to see.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle.
She is.
Are you worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalamil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Oh, I don't like the name of that quest. Down a rabbit hole.
Just follow the shouting.
Fucking leave.
Oh, last time I was in here, I got in trouble with my uncle.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandit's ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you.
They both have good arguments.
Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies.
Pennsylvania, ironically, had something like this with the Canada fire, and the skies were creepy for a couple days.
For all our sakes.
Haven't we had enough fighting?
I know I bloody well have. The next time those two go for each other's throat.
I suspect a fight took place recently.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly.
And then they all kill each other, and that's no bueno.
Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
Sound
If
familiar?
there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad.
Then why did I come?
See if you can't convince
It's because
him
there's a
of his
boss
folly.
here.
I'll speak.
I don't
with
know what it
Natalie.
is yet.
As you wish.
Your your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Picture it, Conrad. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
Pleasure.
Lady Jane ? I love how they have it next to her name. That's
summoned
great.
the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
She's the smarter one, clearly.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that Dalamil is not to be trifled with.
Oh, I'm ruined. My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought.
Sound familiar?
If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Yeah, I don't think she bought it.
Clive, your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my
This is
scouts will be
true.
returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
Desperate times. Desperate people do desperate things.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. Mistakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off.
He's like, we got a lot of weapons that we can hand out.
We will do the same.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
I had to let Jill get her target. Come on, move over here, guys. Yep. Let's aim this right. And fire. There's the boss. Not today. It's melting time. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
Time to go check them out.
Hurry.
They probably won. But again, I don't know if they had another version of that boss. I'm waiting for him to start making out. Oh, okay.
Apology.
After the apology.
Well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I don't know if the voice actor will, but he will.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Gotta go back to the hideaway so I can actually complete these side quests. Then I'm sure Odin's gonna do something crazy.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Hold on, Otto. Before that, let's just take a quick poke on Desiree.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Not as much as I was expecting.
Hellos from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Plot armor?
I suppose.
Or luck.
Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
I really do want to talk to Joshua, but oh, it's gonna make me do it. Okay, I was gonna do the side quest first, but let's talk to Joshua. That's okay.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet, and when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
We're getting the details?
I'm afraid.
No, we're not.
Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's
Oh, he's awake. Uh-oh.
There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Can it wait for some side quests? Maybe? Or am I getting a history lesson quick before we do the battle?
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
I suspect we are going to take the ship out.
Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound. You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
No, don't treat him like a baby. That's what his mom did.
Look after him.
He's been doing okay this whole time. I mean, he made one crazy move with absorbing Ultima. Oh, the locks went away on the side quests. Okay, so I can actually do it. Alright, alright. Oh god, and there's a ton more. Do I have a little Joshua icon in my attributes menu? Hold on. Oh, I do. There's a little grown-up Joshua icon next to Jill. Oh, that's cool. I love that they did that. Oh, why am I using the elevator like I gotta go down? Let's just take the map. I'm all thinking I don't have fast travel for a sec. Oh, you're still not gonna let me... Then why'd you unlock it? Alright, well, here we go. Gotta go save mid, Gav. And I forget who was with this third person. But that third person, too. Aw, Torgal's happy to see Joshua again.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Candle was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The Echoes have a will of their own.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
But with better manners. Hold on. This one at least seems like this person's an easy quest. He seems like he's bleeding out. He just might need a potion.
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood.
Ah, okay.
It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them.
Aww.
There's a village not far from here. Tabor
That's where
people were kind to us.
That's where we're going.
It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Had a small distraction.
Encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach. Tabor. Forgive me, Lord Cougar.
Rest well, soldier.
Oh, he died. We got a quest from a dead soldier that likes a guy that I killed. Oof, interesting.
You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Good. Got here in time. This one. It's over.
There's some easy trash mobs.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
Where is he? Oh. There he is.
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
They're all dead, yes.
One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers.
Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Okay.
You seem familiar.
We may have met. Don't look too hard at my face.
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait.
That scar. Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there in Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
War with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
He can barely stand.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived.
I think I'm gonna have to kill him.
Told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Damn. That was dark. Oh, screw that. I thought the town was close. Chocobo Ambrosia.
All right.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
No need to ride from here. Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
No worries, Serafina. A merchant.
Here, take a look at my wares.
Oh, I like that song. I might have to buy that at some point. I'll have to keep in mind it's here. That's like the boss theme, I think.
Anything else? A fine choice. Anything else? Of course. Anything else? Of course. A fine choice.
All right. I am here. Oh, I guess I gotta go in that house. Oh, and there's a teleporter. Nice. Let's see what Joshua's attendant's been up to.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
Yeah, I'm a confused panda too. I'm like Jill.
Dying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
They're making their move to start a war.
Upon involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waluda Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Meanwhile...
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic.
I don't think so.
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Walud. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation.
Odin.
The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris.
Sid.
Consciousness
They're looking
to
for
which
mid.
Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
It's almost like he just wants to fight. And he's just bored. Kind of nihilist fatalism.
How long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
Fighting a god? Oh yeah, that's right, this is a Final Fantasy.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Joshua's girlfriend.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Opportunity beckons.
Cyril.
Apparently he has a private army too.
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
That's smart. You probably burned the roof of your mouth, Serafina.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours.
This voice reminds me of Urianger.
Problem?
And I don't think it's actually his, but it reminds me of it a little bit.
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you.
Oh, geez, I got a new badge. I didn't even see a badge coming.
You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
I guess this town isn't going to have a badge.
It's a canva then.
Oh, there you go.
We'll talk about this later.
That'll help, Serafina.
Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua. Not here.
The free cities under sea?
Ambrosia won't help me here. Come on.
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them.
Soil and stone! Stay down! It's over! Get him! Over here!
Ready, go?
Yeah!
I only did it because Joshua asked. But let's let him get a little lick in. I mean, we already had our epic boss fight, but a little bit of the regular trash. Bye.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
Well, I'm gonna take a guess. I think there's orcs here. Very smoky.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Mid, do you wish you saw your dad's grave now instead of dodging it? Oh boy. Okay, the XX makes me think Odin fight. We're probably gonna have to do some side quests and stuff before that, guys. I have a feeling the map's gonna change dramatically. Yeah. Yep, they're gonna do a couple side quests, guys. And we are kind of near in time. I'm not exactly sure how much longer I'm gonna run, but I know Odin would probably be about an hour of cutscenes and boss fights or more. So I probably should save that. We'll see how fast things go.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
You owe us a ton of money.
And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I love.
He's like, asses need kicked? Point direction.
Those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
So I came here to finish a quest, not start a new quest.
Reckon Eastpool would make a nice little home for a few bearers and guardians.
Oh god, it's locked out again.
Those blasted bandits have been sent packing, that is.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So, Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's
ass-kicking time?
I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully, the road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well?
Just a few bandits, that's all.
I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
Lots of wars building up all over the place.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
You will leave this place, or face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here?
2 scoops.
It goes too.
Yeah, it's 2 scoops. It's a great name. I'm gonna turn him into a puddle of 2 scoops. I was hoping to get a Mega Flare off. So the fire prevents knockback. That's good to know. If I know I'm going to take like a little bit of damage and I can survive it, but I want to stay on my feet. He was so close to death. Sometimes I make some pretty crazy moves near the end where it's like, all right, he's so close.
Surprises.
Let's just keep the pressure going.
I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
It's kind of an Akashic. Akashic Flan.
It was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Sometime later. I bet you Martha's still gonna keep her in. She just sends everybody else here.
Masters. No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashic in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place.
Well, you got the axe.
Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And then hopefully Martha has my freaking...
safe travels.
Or take my Star Ruby for the other quest I've been trying to do this whole time.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the band.
That was a really good side quest. It has a permanent effect on things.
What's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of my own. What matters is you did it, and now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star, Ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same
He
as
probably
always,
is. Wiping asses, as he says.
But a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander. Word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone.
It's easy to do when you lose a partner that
Otto hardest of all.
you got a lot accomplished with.
He didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and
She's back to the flirting.
Company.
I suppose I do.
Yeah, Jill. Best company. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, guys, because we're coming really late on time. We've been at it for a little over 2 hours. We're gonna go do the delivery of the Starstone to Isabel. That's the Dame, for those that have been really tracking the lore. And we're gonna wrap up the payback quest. And then we're gonna save and call it there. There is a chance I'm gonna stream again tonight. It depends. I have to go pick somebody up and come back. If everything's going well, I'll stream again. But if you guys don't see me back online by like 11, I'm probably not streaming again tonight, and I'll save it for tomorrow. And I'm sorry I don't have a set schedule like all these professional streamers and stuff. I'm just piecing it together. Oh, tonight? Oh, wow, okay. All right. You might have some motivation. But when your watchers get mad, if they jump in and see all these Final Fantasy 16 stuff, be like, follow me for later and come back, when you've done Final Fantasy 16. I appreciate it. So I'll try, Seraphine. I definitely want to keep playing this game. I'm hoping to finish it by tomorrow, but we'll see. That's the goal, though. All right, let's go warp over and meet my favorite lady, other than Jill, the Dame. I have a soft spot for ladies that work in this field. It is a challenging one. I'm looking for symbol 3. Northreach. Jill's probably my favorite woman in this whole thing. Then I think the Dame is number 2. And it's tough to say who number 3 would be. Mid, maybe? I don't know. If Mid doesn't visit Sid's grave, I'm not going to like her at all. They need to make that happen before this game wraps up. That's going to make me not like her character a ton. If she can't go visit her dad's grave. Like, I get that it's hard, but she's going to have to confront that before this game wraps up. But she's probably my 3rd favorite, especially if they wrap that up. I love inventive people that are creative and kind of a little out there and everybody thinks they're kooky. I relate to that a lot because I'm pretty kooky.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion.
Will you marry me, Dame? No, I'm kidding. He's like, it's just a stone, it's not a ring.
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the hideaway's debt with the veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
Oh, you disappoint me, Clive.
She was hoping that was a gift for her sexiness.
Warming to me.
Yeah, see, she was like, ooh.
Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Whoops, Clive. That's a little bit of a ball drop, bro.
Yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Oh my god, if he's still with us. Yo. Oh, that's hilarious. One would hope he's still with us. Alright, let's wrap this quest up, and then we're gonna call it for now while we go and take care of that.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Now, if Clive was smart with math, he would have been like, oh, thank you, Dame, and then paid the third debt they still owe. But, you know, she's a really pretty lady.
Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Apparently, we owe Blunt Lady 5 million gil as a place. Yeah, he could put this in her eye and be rich as hell, I guess. I don't know. All the strong ladies backing up this freaking group. Guess you gotta get those blunts from somewhere.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you like me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not.
This is true.
But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Sounds fair to me. I mean, you're a merchant. I trust your judgment. I guess you're not much into jewelry.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I think she's talking about herself.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
He's okay. He tells me where the quests are.
I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used, either out of habit or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little.
It's probably the second one.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died? 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that, on account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hope.
Oh no!
Your family have.
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away.
Oh, you lived in those towns.
Forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand.
Well, at least I know why Otto's invested in all this now.
Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Oh, we're getting a flashback when they find the hideaway, huh?
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that.
I mean, he made a very willing choice, Otto. It wasn't like you failed in saving him and you had a chance.
Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went.
Well, he did, in a letter, drunkenly. Does that count?
Him, or anyone. I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Oh God, I feel you, Otto. Sometimes that's what like being a link shot leader can feel like at 11.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But
this'll do me just fine.
He's like, I got a new souvenir to remember Sid by, and I like it more. You can have this one.
Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
That's a clever name. Alright. Well, guys, we're gonna save here. And hopefully I come back. Assuming everything works out well. And people are like, why does they care so much about saving? Well, if you've been following the whole time, I had to reinstall this whole game. So, yeah. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I'm hoping I'll get to start again in an hour or so. But if you don't see me by 11, I'm probably not getting back. All right, thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you next time, okay? Take care.